Compiled a list of all the major and exclusive games that are out from the second half of this year, from now until the fall. The floor is yours. Go through this, because this is now a really impressive list.
Yeah, so basically at the end of the show, they were sure to show a screen of everything that they have coming to Game Pass through 2021. So again, emphasizing the value of Game Pass. So June 13th, right around the corner, Yakuza Like a Dragon, a game that recently came out, is now.
What's up, guys? We're back.
On the 22nd, we got.
I didn't realize the Square Enix was gonna like do a stream like pretty much straight away. We're 10 minutes away from it starting. Man, I'm fucking tired. I want to go to bed.
On August 13th, we now have Hades coming to the platform. 12 minutes on August 19th. In September, we have Origami 2. September 23rd, Sable, that sort of really unique art style that I'm really, really excited about.
Yeah, countdown.
We passed Psychonauts in August. Destin, back up.
August 25th.
They have it like arranged in a weird way. So yes, Psychonauts 2, August 25th. And I also forgot Flight Simulator, something people have been begging us to talk about, is hitting console on the 27th. And that was all 4K captured in engine. It looks stunning, and it has that Maverick tie-in.
Yes, the Top Gun thing, another smart tie-in. And what's an interesting footnote on Flight Sim, too, I think is worth pointing out. You know, there was this big deal made last year about PlayStation. We believe in generations, and everything's just going to go to PS5. And they've done a lot of cross-gen stuff. And Microsoft was honest and said, we're going to support both old gen and new gen for a while. And they caught a lot of crap for it. Well, both are, you know, taking full advantage of the new console and the old where they can. But Flight Sim now is, I believe it's the first of the first-party games to go ahead and leave the Xbox One behind. And it's no wonder from taking a look at it, Destin.
Yeah, and I think that's the way you handle it. When you can do cross-platform, you do cross-platform. When you need to go next-gen only, you go next-gen only, and you make that very, very clear. Flight Simulator is one of those games. What this game is doing technically is just, the older platforms just can't handle it. So it's really, really great to see.
So,
it would have been interesting, though, if they had used that as an opportunity to show off the streaming service that Game Pass offers, that they have said before this conference, to get it out of the way, is coming to console. So I have to wonder if that's going to be something we hear about later in the year, but that is speculation on my part. Continuing through this absolutely insane list. So what do we got? I was in September for Sable. In October, we have Age of Empires 4. That is another game that just hits every time we talk about it.
For PC,
October 12th is also Back for Blood. We have a few slated for Paul.
Back for Blood, though, hold on. That's another major. We talked about, Outriders was a big deal earlier this year, and MLB The Show. Back for Blood, that's a big deal, too, for a third-party game straight into Game Pass.
Yeah, and huge. Now everybody's going to play it on Xbox, because Game Pass has, I think, almost 20 million subscribers at this point, and now you're getting all of these games just for being part of that subscription service, which is really, really cool. And then Scorn is still slated for fall, and Anacross is still slated for fall, which sort of hit within that window. But then it really, really heats up near the end of the year. There's a few titles like The Gunk, Hello Neighbor 2, and Among Us that are hitting somewhere in 2021. But when it heats up is November. You have Forza planting their flag in the ground. We know Halo Infinite is also coming this holiday season, the multiplayer specifically on this chart. So
it's far.
We have a lot to look forward to. Xbox gamers have a lot to look forward to, and this is just an absolute killer lineup. Basically, at this point, if you're just outright denying that Game Pass is a phenomenal value, you're either not paying attention or you have an axe to grind. It's as simple as that. It's a phenomenal value. I think everybody recognizes that. It's been called the Netflix of gaming. It's stupendous. It is a huge win for consumers and developers. I'm a big fan of what they're doing here.
And the reason we keep coming back to it, too, because it's just really surprising how good it is. And that's why I think we emphasize that so much. It's not just because it's like, oh, well, we're the Xbox show, so we have to talk about this. It's like, no, it's just like, how is this a thing. Like, it's just really such a big deal if you are playing a lot of games on PC, if you want Game Pass Ultimate, or of course, if you have an Xbox, why not?
Yeah, and the Miranda was the Outer Worlds 2 for that. I feel like that kind of just came and went. This is another game. We didn't even talk about it. Possibly the best trailer, just as because it was the whole thing was tongue in cheek, like that. I was laughing through the whole thing.
That was just a very self-aware. It's like, here's the lens flare, and we're like, wait, what is it? Is this Outer Worlds? I don't know. And then it keeps going on, and like the narrator is just having a good time with it. I think they even animated it to be very aware as well. I think when they did the silhouette of like the protagonist that's not finished, as like the trailer narrator was saying, it just kind of shrugs. It's really funny. But good to see Outer Worlds 2 come in.
And now we know. So now we know all 3 projects that Obsidian is on.
So, you played Outer Worlds 1.
And they're getting a pretty good bang for their buck there, because they've got Grounded, which has been successful in early access Xbox game preview so far. Avowed, obviously, further out on the horizon, but it did get a quick shout out from Phil there towards the end. That's knee deep in development. That's going to potentially a huge RPG. And now the Outer Worlds 2. And in fact, kind of on that note, Cam, the Xbox, I feel like in the early days of Xbox, even into the 360 years, the Xbox was kind of known as the shooter box. And that's great. There were a lot of great shooters, but now I feel like the Xbox is the home of Western RPGs.
Absolutely. I mean, we got all these new RPG IPs like Starfield now, and the Outer Worlds 2, Avowed. Oh, the Outer Worlds is going to be exclusive now, Avowed, and we're getting returns of old IP that were RPGs back on the 360 and the original Xbox, like Fable. There's so much to love. I can't wait to.
I really wish they showed Fable.
All these games. Like all these games have the variety and depth that I'm looking for in an RPG, and there's nothing to be concerned about. I'm incredibly excited. All these developers are very talented, and I can't wait to see the end product.
I know you're a huge JRPG fan. There were a couple of cool JRPGs in the mix too. Not that the Western games get all the attention.
Yeah, there was. There was this title. I don't want to butcher the name, but it was like a Uridin Chronicle. Yeah. So I know about the game. I just don't know how to pronounce the title. But that's from developers Suikoden. Traditional like iconic JRPGs back from the PlayStation and PlayStation 2. And the art style gave a lot of like Octopath Traveler vibes, which is now also on Game Pass. It's going to be a while till we get that game. That game was kickstarted, I want to say either like really early this year or late last year. So, there's 2 games coming, one in 2022, one in 2023, but we know that they're coming to Game Pass day one, and that's awesome for JRPG fans like myself.
Destin, another big game we haven't even said a word about yet. It was in the middle of the conference. Battlefield 2042. We got gameplay reveal there. You had a very astute observation that I did not catch on to about that gameplay trailer.
Yeah, so the original trailer was all CG, and they were showing off the different maps and stuff that we're going to be able to play on. And then they recreated some of the moments that we saw in that trailer in engine, and I thought that was really nice. Now, it's pre-alpha gameplay, so it's just cool to see that they're like, hey, this is pre-alpha, this is early, 128 players on next gen, and I believe it's 64 on previous gen. But it's cool to see that they were able to showcase moments from a CG trailer in engine for this demo, and I appreciated that.
All right, guys, final thoughts now. We have 3 minutes, maybe just a tad left. Final thoughts on this conference. We gave our best to show individual game picks. We talked about a lot of games, although there were so many we didn't have time to cover all of them. We talked about the glory of Game Pass. But just this conference overall, Miranda, how about compared to years past, historically, like how was this conference for you?
So you know how we talk a lot about how conferences have like kind of a mid-lull? This did not have that. This had like some things like, oh, well, we're getting ESO updates, like Sea of Thieves updates. And like, maybe if you don't care about those games as a service, that's something that's a little bit slower. However, even those still had really neat updates. Like the editing was good, the conversations around them were good, and they're always like put with other very exciting things. I think Microsoft really nailed it with the pacing of this show, and they did such a fantastic job of like opening the show. Like opening with Starfield, great idea, because a lot of people thought, well, it's probably gonna be at the end, right? It's gonna be the one more thing. No. They had another one more thing. And also, I love that they had Halo later on, because I think, at least for me as a huge Halo fan, love that like anticipation waiting. It's like, oh, well, when's Halo? I thought they were going to open with Halo possibly, but no. I just really liked how this was paced, and it just had me excited at a lot of different moments. And I think that's what you could always want from a conference like this.
Yeah, you make a great point about pacing. There were very few human beings on the screen presenting things, which, like in years past, I know I've kind of been a little annoyed by the obviously teleprompter scripted roundtable conversations where people aren't really talking to each other. They're just looking over their shoulder to read the teleprompter. And there really wasn't any of that. It was just game. And I agree, the pacing was great. Cam, how did you feel about this conference overall?
Yeah, making it really quick and short, I think that it was great. I think it's their best showing in a very long time. I think it did everything that they needed to do to get fans of Xbox excited. And the only thing that I wish that we saw was Everwild. I think that game, we've been waiting on that game for a while. I really expected gameplay during the show, but we didn't. Oh well, we'll see it soon.
Destin, you have literally 10 seconds. Twitter-worthy final thought.
This was awesome. Xbox did great. I cannot wait to see what else they bring, because there's a lot that they didn't show still coming.
Yeah, Perfect Dark. We mentioned Everwild. Hellblade 2, we didn't see it, but so that means there's more to look forward to moving forward. So that's about all the time we have before Unlocked gets locked again, but there's still tons more coming up today and beyond. But right now, Summer of Gaming rolls on with the Square Enix Showcase. Let's go.
Fucking just got in, cunt. Alright, what do we got? I wonder if there's a new Human Hearts, that'd be cool.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt Mercer here, and I'm back as your host of Square Enix Presents. Today, we have a special E3 edition of the show for you, with new game announcements, updates, and exciting news from our studios across the globe. So let's kick off with the world premiere of a brand new game from Eidos Montreal. We hope you enjoy the show.
Square Enix. Alright. Here we go.
I am so proud of you. Do you know what a birthright is, Peter?
Peter Parker? Yeah. Oh, it's the...
Something that's a part of you. Like your name.
It might have been fucking Peter Parker.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
No, Rocket! So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
Not Peter Quill?
So we got fined. We appear to be 6,963 units short.
I know, we clearly need a plan.
If you see anything with claws the size of tracks,
Time to go.
We got this!
I expect that from Mom. Correct. Why is it fucking pulling him like that?
No!
Oh, get fucked.
You want monster? I'll show you monster! No! We disrobe!
Keep your pants on.
Although it could be used as a distraction.
What are you doing?
Meet your maker!
We're all professionals here, right? Maybe we can work something out.
Here! You had one job, Quill.
I did exactly what? Some more, no killing teammates.
That's who?
It's literally in your contract.
I made no such commitment.
In less than 3 cycles, all would be lost. The galaxy cannot be saved, Peter Quill.
We can do this together.
Fucking great, Quill!
Oh, Walker.
Star-Lord, right?
Star-Lord.
I mean, fun for us,
of course I will. I'll call you.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Hi, my name is Olivier Proux, senior producer here at Eidos Montreal. For the past few years, we've had the privilege to work on our version of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and reimagine it into a single-player, story-driven, third-person action-adventure game. It's our own fresh take on the Guardians, and something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. As Star-Lord, you're constantly in the middle of the action as you try to lead this band of misfits. But today, I'm really excited to have all of you join us on this journey, and you'll hear more about the game from our team behind this project.
Right, let's do this! I've always loved Marvel's cosmic characters. Growing up as a kid, I read them, enjoyed them, loved them. I had the opportunity to write for Marvel on some of their cosmic titles. I went back with the help of Bill Roseman, the editor, and kind of cherry-picked characters from Marvel's past.
The opportunity here was to build a team, but to make it all underdogs, so that the reader would think, oh my gosh, how is this team going to survive?
And that became the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I remember the first time that the Marvel crew came to Montreal, we were showing them the design of the characters, how they would look, and they stayed silent. I don't know if it's a minute, but in my head it was a minute. I was like, oh my God, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel and Eidos Montreal share and have in common, and that we knew the Guardians were in perfect hands.
Looking at the samples that Eidos were kind enough to show me, I think he's fantastic and absolutely in the spirit of what these characters are.
What makes the gameplay experience unique to me is no matter in what phase of the game you are, whether you're in exploration or you're fighting, the Guardians are constantly around you and you never feel alone. While you're the leader, the Guardians will also challenge you and make decisions on their own, and you will have to adapt to it.
You are literally part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The decisions you'll make will have lighthearted to haunting repercussions, and the game will react to what you do and say.
Gamora, no killing teammates!
Says who?
It's literally in your contract! I made no such commitment.
You are playing as Star-Lord and you're using your blasters and you're using your jet boots.
Star-Lord is really empowering. He's very agile on the battlefield. He can slide and over with his jet boots. Of course, he has his elemental blasters that have different powers as well. And on top of all of this, he can use the unique abilities of his Guardians.
We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No!
The story is about a group of misfits, the Guardians. In our world, they've been together for less than a year. They create something on a small scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story, they discover that they created something really big that threatens the galaxy.
There are a lot of very interesting villains in the Marvel franchise. And when you're starting to work on a story like this, you get to get your pick of which ones will make the best for this story. That gives us the opportunity to bring in some that are well known, but some that are also not all that well known.
What Eidos is getting so right about them is capturing what it's like to be a misfit family. They're also bringing an amazing imagination to it. You're going to see planets and characters that are going to blow your mind.
Interpreting it in its own way, I think, makes it feel incredibly fresh and exciting. It's not a matter
of go on to the next game.
Trying to replicate the film. It's trying to take the medium you're working in and make the best version of Guardians out of that.
They made it fun. They made it rock and roll. They delivered everything you would want in a Guardians game.
Are we seriously just gonna watch some guy play it now?
$37 units?
We appear to be 6,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill.
I know. We clearly need a plan.
What about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on
my figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble. Then you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
I will sacrifice your head.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakarandara.
Guys, I think we should hear out Groot for once.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
So, Groot, I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
You say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather.
We're flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far. That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good. We've already got a
There should have been a co-op where you play as the other guardian.
I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right?
The fact you ain't sure
don't
vote so good.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there. Never seen anything like it.
Meteorological suicide is what it is.
Oh my god, this has just been the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy show so far. Show me a different game, Harry.
Hey, is my jacket alright?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord. We ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
I faced more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Feeble One.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Everyone okay? We should have gone to Maku 4. I would be wary, Rodin.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little...
It's not long. Get ready.
What are these things?
They are amorphous vermin.
Shoot first, questions later.
Drop them, Gamora!
This won't hurt much.
Smash them up, Max!
Meet your maker.
Steelmore is enjoying this way too much.
This is the local fauna.
It's about to be an endangered species.
Groot, on time! Oh, you, Rocket!
Time to go boom!
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside
was Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Dead end. That's just great.
It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face. Put me down.
He'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No!
Very well.
Peter!
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. Ooh. I guess that only applies to cats.
You sons of dogs! Scut-busting ass!
I am not familiar with these words. Order the beast to do its job.
Rocket, come on, man.
Ram it, dash face!
Fix the bridge and we'll raise your cut by 5%.
I want 10.
Okay, deal.
Oh my god, just show me another game. Done with this one.
You even think of pulling that scud again?
Hear that?
Guys.
Here's some,
I got it.
here's some Kingdom Hearts DLC, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. Maybe even Kingdom Hearts 4 before. Maybe Final Fantasy, maybe?
These creatures are perfect predators. Stop cheering for the murder monster.
Somebody's having fun.
You are my prey.
Keep it together, Doc.
Fire RPG, maybe?
We've got the numbers. Point the mouth, box the tail, slice the ear.
Is anything on this planet
Oh,
not
I don't care.
Guys, huddle up! Already missing the jingle jelly.
They keep moving around.
This presses on my blade. Don't get too close to that mouth.
This guy barely feels it.
Yeah, I smell it too. Come on, we got this. Perhaps these were sent by Lady Hellbender. Well, she can keep them. How come monsters are never friendly?
They're really just trying to fill up time, aren't they?
Definitely in my top 10 fortresses.
Peter?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right. The cage.
Point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking like we mean business.
All right, Rocket. Time to put on your monster face.
I only got one face, Quill.
Are you sure about this, Peter? Look at him. You better have one hell of a sales pitch.
Maybe Gamora's right. We should try selling Groot instead.
Really?
This is an affront to democracy.
I just think that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Yeah, we noticed. You want to make that call, then you better not mess this up. You hang tight there, bud. When the time comes, I'll get you out of there. Rocket style if I got it.
Drac.
Scared the shit out of me, cat.
What? Why?
To guarantee your safety as our leader.
Ah, come on.
Don't look at me, I ain't pulling that thing. Remember, buddy, menacing! Like me, only bigger. Not bad, not bad.
Easy, big guy. So, how long before someone else wants to pull this thing?
You're 60 clicks from the fortress.
I'd say closer to 75. We got this.
Rocky, what are you doing?
Oh my god, how much more of this are they going to show us? This could be the Guardian of the Galaxy show. It's not Square Enix at all. It's just one game. This is what they're going to do for all their games. It's not like it'll take us a lot of time. Come on!
Guardians of the Galaxy. How many times do I have to kill you? The audacity that you thought you could rob me, Dweller, feast upon them!
Okay, are they actually gonna fucking show us a different game now? Rocket Industry looks kinda cool.
Now we're going to revisit 2 iconic brands that are being remastered for modern platforms. First up, relive the classic games in the Final Fantasy series, and then get one more peek at Legend of Mana ahead of its June 24th launch.
Really, 1 to 6. Interesting. Steam and
Up next, Earth's mightiest heroes continue their fight to defend the world in Marvel's Avengers. The team at Crystal Dynamics is excited to share the latest updates with you, including new mission types and a growing roster of heroes.
Avengers, secure that super weapon at all costs. Cosmic energy is building up.
30-second counts, people. Keep it moving.
It's beautiful, isn't it? You're out of your depth, Avengers.
Shutting you down, Monica.
The world doesn't need us. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
There is no end to these homes. You don't understand what that cube is capable of.
the game changes. Wakanda forever, man.
I applaud your efforts to connect with your roots, but as a man who has seen 3 Black Panthers fall, I must warn you of a few things. Many eyes follow the path you are about to walk down.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same.
You just wanted to show off
They
these
chase the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
It is Claw.
Brother, no! Fight
Vibranium does not belong to me. It belongs to Wakanda.
Look at me now, count me down. So give me the crown. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like.
Now it's time to give mobile players a quick look at some of the games that will be available in the coming months.
Good evening, 426. Our intelligence reports a new threat to global stability. Their reach is unlike anything we have seen before. Following Agent 47's disappearance, you were selected because of your remarkable skills. Execution must be perfect. We will strike from the shadows, and they will never know what hit them.
Oh, fuck!
A sad and beautiful tale that echoes throughout eternity. The first mobile entry in the Nier series. Nier Reincarnation.
Final Fantasy. I hope it is coming from that other box. I can film around. What is this Final Fantasy game? The guns and shit. Final Fantasy. What?
Today, the team at Platinum Games is giving you an exclusive look at the epic world of Babylon's Fall, featuring fluid combat, powerful weapons, and a unique art style.
Well, I'm not interested in this Babylon thing, so I'm gonna try to check something.
Over 1,000 years, it was meant to be a tower of dreams. But for 1,000 more, it was seen as a tower of ruin. Persevering through fire and ice and the coldest of winds, eventually the tower became a symbol of unrelenting ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
Does the savior of Neo Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado.
If I'm to die, then I'll die for hope, for what little hope there may be.
Seen through the veil at last, have you? We're all
I'm not fucking dark as shit, aren't I?
Subjective reality. Believe only what you see, and you're like to end up seeing only what you believe.
two paths lie ahead. Ascend to the heaven above the tower, or fall like this one now before you.
Now begins its tale of both hope and despair.
Check on PS5. I've never Neo.
プラチナゲームズは本当にアクションという部分に関しては世界屈指のデベロッパーだと思ってますし、ニアオートマタでそれが証明できたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
ニアオートマタのアクションをもっと楽しむためにどうしたらいいかって選ばれたジャンルがハック&スラッシュでした。のでこのゲームのコンセプトは端的に言うと、ニアオートマタのアクションでハック&スラッシュというジャンルを楽しむということになります。
もちろん1人でも遊べるんですけど、4人でダンジョンを攻略していくゲームになります。
コンセプトについては、プレイヤーが、途切れない目標に向かって、アクション、追い求め続けることができると。プレイヤーは、ストーリーを追いながらダンジョンをクリアして上層を目指していくと。入手する装備や素材を集めて自身を強化してカスタマイズしていくと。
ゲームのスタイルとしては、オーソドックスなハック&スラッシュという形ですね。ただアクションがスキルや強い力を引き出すためのトリガーになっているところがポイントかなと思っています。
プレイヤーの背中についているビデオコインというのがかなりキーアイテムとなっています。それによって、遊び方とかカスタマイズの方向性っていうのも変わってきます。
ハイファンタジー感というか、その上品さというところはすごい意識してくれっていうふうに言われましたね。カートゥーンチックやらないようにというか、リアルに本当に存在している人たちがいるかのような感じは意識しました。
このゲームは運営型のゲームとして開発しています。発売後も定期的に新しいコンテンツを提供する予定です。
ようやく皆さんに改めてこういった形で発表できたこと、本当に私たちも嬉しくなっていますし、まさにこれから開発の佳境になっていくので、精一杯頑張っていきたいので、皆さんも引き続き応援よろしくお願いいたします。
Now let's check out the next major entry in the popular Life is Strange series.
Life is
True
Strange.
Colors. The team at Deck 9 is ready to give you a deeper look at Alex Chen's psychic power of empathy. But first, here's a look at the Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
Alright.
Feels so weird to be back. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
I don't think we need the remaster.
What do you remember about us as kids?
Still looks good.
I think about us as little pirates, running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
We are awesome!
I feel like it doesn't have much change at all.
Come on, let's dance! Or take my picture with your new camera.
I mean, I like
That's Rachel
Life
Amber.
is Strange.
After my dad died and you moved, I felt abandoned.
Oh, good, you're here.
Rachel saved my life. She was my angel. Something happened to her. We have to find her, Max. Holy shit. Max, what's going on? No! Whoa. I discovered I could reverse time. What the hell is this? Whatever's going on between us is special.
Step back before you regret it.
Get in, Max!
Then I realized I had a choice and the power to change everything. Arcadia Bay is on the edge of disaster. Time to change time. Whatever happens, I'll always have your back. Always.
Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXMTune. I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors. I hope you enjoyed that first look at official gameplay from the remastered collection. As a longtime fan, I know I did. You can see the love and care that Deck 9 have put into remastering both Life is Strange and Before the Storm. This collection features improved character animation, lip sync, and visuals, breathing new life into these two beloved games. Back in March, we also revealed the next major game in the series, Life is Strange True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover the truth behind her brother's death, using her psychic power of empathy to unravel the shocking secrets of Haven Springs. Today, we have a first look at Alex's unique power in action. Here's game director Zach Garris for more.
Alex's psychic power of empathy is integral to the story of Life is Strange True Colors. It impacts every relationship she builds and every decision she makes.
Never thought I'd have a freaky empath friend.
For years, Alex has been unable to shut out the strong feelings of others, the fear, sadness, and anger of those around her, leading her to believe her power is a curse. In the wake of Gabe's death, Alex realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her power.
I can't believe this is happening. And the only way to understand is to feel what he's feeling.
From the very start, you can use Alex's power to focus on brightly colored auras to gain an insight into people's emotions.
Gabe was too young. Just too young.
These valuable insights deepen Alex's relationships with the folk of Haven Springs, as well as sparking new dialogue options and events, as here from a scene very early on in the game.
You're gonna lose her. You're gonna lose her, and it's all your fault.
Alex has uncovered a secret that Mac wants to keep hidden from his long-term girlfriend, and now he is terrified that Alex will reveal it before he can talk to Riley.
She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. So please, help me out.
Mac's telling you a whole lot of bullshit.
Listen.
Thanks for telling me the truth, Alex.
So are we still together?
Are you serious? I need to get back to work.
Sure, Alex, we'll get out of your way.
When Alex encounters a particularly strong aura, she can reach out to actively connect with that person's emotions. This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of that person's psyche. In this altered, emotionally charged state, Alex can experience fragments of thoughts and memories to get to the root of their issue. But not every emotional crisis can be easily dealt with. Some carry a dangerous, even life-threatening amount of power.
He's dead! I wish I were too.
No decision is easy, and the consequences will be felt across the game.
This anger could kill her. What if I could just take it away?
Using Alex's power is the only way you can uncover the truth behind her brother's death.
What would that do to her? What would it do to me? And even if I can, should I?
How far will you go in pursuit of that truth? The choice is yours.
Alex's powers look so awesome. I have no idea how I'll make some of these choices, but I can't wait to play it with you all when it comes out on September 10th. Don't forget, you can pre-order Life is Strange True Colors now. And if you choose the Ultimate Edition, you'll also receive the Life is Strange Remastered Collection. And that's it for today. Make sure to follow the Life is Strange social channels for more.
And now, we are excited to unveil a brand new title from Square Enix Japan.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission. Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
Is this a new Final Fantasy?
I only know one thing. I want to kill Chaos. I need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a
This looks
hunger.
pretty good, actually. I like this
Thirst.
Move aside! You're dust! You sure Chaos is here?
Yeah, we can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
Feel the pain!
The darkness is so thick I can taste it. This is it. No doubt.
Die already!
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
Yeah, no, that's fucking. This looks like the guy from the first one.
Crush you! Know when you're beaten!
And who are you? We're here to kill Chaos.
The prophecy's very own warriors of light.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland!
No. I become Chaos.
Thought it was a Final Fantasy game. Looks good. Let's go Chaos.
I'll leave you with a look at some of the amazing Square Enix titles you can play now, as well as those to come.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what? It's all or nothing.
No, of course I will. I'll call you. Thank you for joining us today. Keep an eye out for news about our next Square Enix Presents. I'm Matt Mercer. See you next time.
Okay.
Next time.
IGN's Summer of Gaming has officially partnered with E3 2021 for the ultimate team up. From direct access to the major gaming press conferences at E3 2021 with exclusive gameplay and reveals to exciting
The
first
Final
looks at
Fantasy
the
one looks
hottest new
before
games.
I think it's gonna get annoying though when he keeps saying America Chaos like over. I think that part's gonna get annoying, but other than that, that's
Today's
right.
E3 Day 2, and up next, Square
I thought I
Enix
knew
is here to
Garland.
hopefully serve
I
up
thought I
some
recognized him.
answers, because we have so many questions. Will we get another look at Final Fantasy 16? Actually, hold on, Square Enix. You can't have a new Final Fantasy until you finish the last one you started. Where's the rest of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Which Marvel heroes will Avengers assemble next? Also, Outriders had an explosive launch. Is there DLC on the way? And hey, what's Lara Croft doing these days? Y'all need to let us know if she's about to raid a tomb soon. Well, if you're looking for answers to these questions and more, the Square Enix E3 presentation is a good place to start. I'm being told that our coverage is actually starting right meow.
Right.
Well, here we go.
Hey there, that was the Square Enix Presents E3 presentation right here on IGN Summer of Gaming 2021. I'm Max Scoville, and joining me right now to attempt to break down everything we just saw.
I'm gonna fucking bed. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time, this is the Moonlight Ninja, signing out.